So as we move forward in this timeline, Ronnie departs from Black Sabbath, and the 12-year cycle begins again around the time of Dehumanizer, which is the first time you guys reunited. Ronnie, your thoughts about that era and that album in particular?
It all started with Geezer came to a show that we did in Minneapolis. And said, well, you can't come unless you bring your bass. So we did, and we did, I think, Mob Rules. Was it Mob Rules in Heaven and Hell? We did 1 or 2 songs, and Geez played, and it was great. And that was the beginning of, you know, our talking about it again after the first 12-year period. And Geez said, you know, I've been talking to Tony, and Tony might, you know, would probably really interested in maybe trying something else again together. And so that began, you know, the next 12-year cycle again. And it was, you know, it was fun to do. For me, it was, I had the Dio band that was playing at that time was not the one that pleased me the most at that time anyway. So when this came about and I was able to, you know, have an opportunity to play with great people again, and people that I respected and knew I could write with and do something special with, it was a no-brainer for me. Great, let's do it.
So Geezer, you turning up at that gig like that, was there kind of, you know, was that kind of like the initial extension to get that going again at that point?
Well, I don't know what I was doing there at the time. And I saw Ronnie was playing there and just went down to see him.
And you said, it's been 12 years, I think I got to go see Ronnie.
Got up, jammed, and like, it's like, great, as if I'd just seen him yesterday.
Right.
Well, that's the thing I think about people that do respect each other, you know. I mean, with all the muddy water that goes down the river, you know, at the end of it, there's usually a waterfall that sweeps all that away, and you remember what you liked about people and how good it was. And, you know, it was exactly as though I had not seen Geezer for 12 years, like I saw him yesterday. Same with Tony when we, at that time, and this time again. It's just the same thing, you know what to expect from people, because I think we're kind of no-frills people. Everybody says what they want to say, and there's no hiding behind it. If Geezer's unhappy, he'll tell you about it. If Tony's unhappy, he'll tell you about it. If I'm unhappy, I'll tell you about it. But really, with that kind of relationship, I think it always is as though we've never been apart.
The Dehumanizer album in particular, Tony, what do you feel about that album now? It's a little bit of a different approach than what you guys did with Ronnie on Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules, right?
I think there's some real good songs on there, to be honest. But it sort of got lost with the whole thing, the whole way we approached it, I think. But I think it has got some good songs on it, and it'd be nice to actually pull a couple of them out.
Are you planning? Is that something you want to do as part of this as well? Is spotlight some stuff from that album also?
Well, we don't know what we're going to do yet, but we've got the whole choice now, haven't we, of those 3 albums. And there's a 3-hour set for a start.
Well, once again, from having done them with a Dio band, you know, we've gone back and chosen things that, you know, that of course some we used to play and some we didn't, but keeping them alive that way, you get a feel for what people want to hear. We've been asked to do the song I from Dehumanizer for so many years, just on and on and on. All right, and we did, and it was unbelievable. I mean, you can see people crying in the front row, you know, who are the real adamant fans, of course. Oh, they're doing I. So, you know, there are things that we should touch upon on that particular album, and only because I have seen that they are important to people. That's who we're playing for. Right. We're playing for people. That's why we can do this, is because they're, in a way, demanding that we do this.
I mean, it is great to be able to go out and play all these songs, because the amount of people you do see, you know, you're signing autographs and go, oh, do you think you'll ever do that lineup again, you know? And it's a question often asked. So it will be great to go out and play. And again, they haven't been played to death, these songs. Right. So it will be fresh, really, to go out and play
Absolutely. On them. There was a music video, I believe the first production-type music video that Black Sabbath made with Ronnie James Dio as the singer from the Dehumanizer album for TV Crimes. And it's a video that we play on VH1 Classic quite a bit. What are your recollections of making that music video? Do you have any thoughts?
Being scared to death because it was right after the LA riots.
Yeah.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
That's when it was.
I mean, it was like, that's where we had to film it.
Tell you what, the hotel was empty though.
Take us through the process you're at now and where you are in the recording of 2 new songs. I'm told, Ronnie told me the other day there's actually 3, but probably 2 that will be on the CD, right? So get us up to speed on the here and now with what is now being called Heaven and Hell.
Well, we've really all got together yesterday, so that's how new it is.
How about the writing of the material, though?
The writing of the material was we've done it over a period of 2 sessions. Ronnie came over, which was great, and then we just sat for a week and just threw ideas around and basically got a rough idea of what a song was. And then we've done 3 tracks, as you said, and I think they're really good.
Right.
We've got a real selection. We've got a slow one, we've got a mid-tempo one, and a fast one. So.
And that basically,
What do you want?
What else do you want?
and that basically says all about the dynamic of Black Sabbath. I think that's one of the things that, whether it be the Ozzy material or the music that you made with Ronnie, that the band is known as the band that created heavy metal, more or less. But that's a little bit too broad of a statement in a way, or confining of a statement maybe, because there are so many dynamics to Black Sabbath music, especially what you've done with Ronnie, and I'm sure that's something you want to preserve with these new recordings, right?
Yeah, and I think when we write together, we go into the little bits and make sure that everything, you know, some nice changes and there's some real exciting parts in, and that we take care over studying the song, you know, instead of going, oh, that will do, you know. And we like to look at it and say, well, let's change this bit. And Ronnie's good at that. He comes up, what about changing that part or do this bit? And it's a great way of doing it, I think. And then at the end of the day, you come up with a product that you're really proud of instead of going, oh, I wish we'd have done that, you know.
Well, I think, you know, there's a great example of, you know, we shouldn't try not to take Geezer's contribution, although his contribution is as a writer too, but his other contribution, I think, was very evident on the Heaven and Hell album that we did. Geez wasn't there when we first went to Florida or anything. We actually put a backing track down and someone else played bass on it. And then, thank God, Geez came back. And suddenly, this song became what Heaven and Hell is, thanks to Geezer. And that's what he does. You know, his stamp as a player and the thoughtfulness that he puts into it before he even commits to it is very, very, very important. So, I mean, I think I needed to say that because it's easy for Tony and I to talk, well, we said, oh, we wrote this and we're wonderful, and, you know, but Geez gets so little acclaim for being, you know, A, as great as he is as a player, and B, as thoughtful as he is as a person about the things that he wants to put in there. And so that's what this is. Tony and I we sit around and we write things that work for Tone, work for me, and there's the basis of the song, and then we give it to Geez, and suddenly it becomes this other animal, and that's just so important, I think.
And we shouldn't, of course, slight the contributions as a writer that you made with Sabbath during the Ozzy years, for sure, as a lyricist and the things that you had done. And you also do some production work as well, right? Geez, that's something you're into also?
Only on my stuff.
Right.
I don't really get involved with anything else.
When I joined the band, Geez came up to me and I said, well, I kind of write lyrics. And he went, oh, thank God for that. Thank God for that. Well, I hate writing lyrics.
Was that